So in this video, we're going to be looking at how to edit our themes, which are our templates, and these are going to set the format that we're sending content out for every output. So we've got individual outputs, and we want to send a different format of the same content to each output. So the projector screen front of house, it looks different than the live stream, but we're sending the same lyrics. So that's how we're going to be working with this, and we do that using themes. So let's jump right in. So in order to do this, we're going to need to go to screens to start. So this is where we're going to kind of see how this is set up. So we go to screens and edit looks. So screens are our outputs. Looks is going to be the formatting. So when you first download Pro7, all you have is this live segment here. So you don't have sermon, lyrics, scripture. Those are ones that I've put in as presets. So you just come in with live, and you can see that we have the live here, which is live stream, this column, and then projector here. So each of these checkboxes allows you to choose what from Pro7 is going to each of these outputs. So if we have an announcements slide per se, then that is going to be its own thing. It's its own layer on top of everything else. So announcements take priority, and they will go over top of any slide, lyric, or media, any picture, or any video input. And so for the live stream, for example, I could hit that I want the announcements. If there is an announcement slide, I want that to take over when it's clicked on, but not in the projector. So the projector would still show the slide and media, so a background or a picture or just the lyrics here, but then the announcements would be overlaid on the live stream until something else was changed. So we're not going to have that for right now. This is the really important part here that we've been doing when sending lyrics, or really anything. This presentation here, this is where you're going to select what your theme is going to be. And so I want to send lyrics to the live stream. Now if I put them in the middle of the screen, then it's going to make everything look really weird, because the live stream we have video, and so the lyrics would be on top of everybody's faces, of the pastor preaching. So we don't want that. We want the lyrics to be in the lower third of the screen. So this is where we do that. You can pick from any of these themes, any of these templates, and you can also create new ones. So I've created one called live stream, and what we want to be using is this template here. So as you can see, it's got the lower third bar. If you look really close, you can see that there are lyrics on it. So that's the template that we use for live. We can also send to the projector a different template, which is really helpful. So templates and themes are the same thing. They're called themes in Pro7. So I've created one for projector called audience sermon, and so the same content would be sent to the projector as the live stream, but it's sent in a different way. So when I first did this, I was kind of concerned, because sometimes we want to do things differently, and it looked like we were only going to be able to send one type of format to each screen, and that was going to be locked in for the entire service. I found out that you can add more presets here and change the templates that you're using. So you can't see right now, but within each of these, we're still using live stream here, but then for lyrics, let's see, for lyrics we're still using live stream. We're using this template. So this is going to be I use this lyrics setup for anything that is with worship songs. So on the live stream, you're going to be getting this green screen background with the lower third bar. On the projector, you're going to be getting this format, which has the right font size, the right font type. So that's really, really good. For scripture, we wanted in the live stream to not have the green screen background, but for the scripture to take up the whole screen. So if a portion of scripture comes up in the pastor's sermon, then we want that to go black background, full screen, rather than having green screen overlay words on the video. So we use this template. As you might have seen in the prior videos, we can use audience looks to set these up. And so we've got all these presets. We come in here, we can edit them. We can select what's going out to each of these for each preset. And then we can assign those presets as cues. As you'll see here, it's this little glasses with a mustache business going on. That is a cue for this slide. And so if I right click, I can go to edit actions, and it's not the stage action cue. That's going to be this little guy. This is actually going to be an audience look cue. And so we've got the lyrics pulled up. So that's the lyrics preset for for all themes that we've got going to outputs, which is super helpful. Now if we go down to, so we're going to go through the songs, we're going to look at the sermon here. So in the sermon, we've got different audience looks. So we've got the sermon audience look here. Remember when I said we wanted to have the scripture be a black background? You'll also be able to see it here if I turn on multi-view. So right now, the sermon has a green background going out to the live stream. Green background again going out to live stream, but we said with the scripture we want full black background. We want the text to fill up the whole screen. And so the way we do that is right-clicking, and you can add action, audience look, scripture. We've already got that in here, so we can edit audience look, and you can see there that it is scripture. And so what I've done, and what I would suggest doing, is for every item within the sermon, especially because the sermon changes different themes. You want different themes for different content. We've got the picture, we've got the main point, and then we've got the scripture, which we need a different theme for. I would suggest putting a cue on each slide within the sermon. Now, if we're going to go to a song, that format doesn't change throughout. We've got the lower third, as you can see up here. We want to put the words in it, and that just continues throughout the entire song. Nothing changes with the theme. So that's really, really helpful. In preparation for a Sunday morning, I would, in the sermon, however, like I said, put in a cue for each item. That gives you a lot more versatility, a lot more dynamics with the slides that are being sent out. And it will definitely help people at home to feel like they're having a more dynamic experience with the sermon and with the service. It'll feel like they're there, which is really helpful.